I call your name, but you're not there.
Thanks for checking out this video. So today is going to be the Compass Tires 3,500 mile review update and replacement. So let me show you what I got. How you doing?
What's up?
I wanted to find out, you only had 35s. Mm-hmm. When are you going to get 32s in?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Would you like to order some 32?
If you're interested in Compass tires, this is the video for you. So first, let me do the 3,500 mile review, and then I will give you my thoughts on Compass tires in general. Also, I'm going to talk a bit about my history with Compass tires, and a quick disclaimer, all the tires that I've used, I've paid for myself. And in fact, Compass has never once contacted me to do these reviews or offer tires or anything like that. My goal for this video is to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. At the end of this video, I'll provide you with a few links to several other videos that I've created talking about Compass tires and the specific application that I've used them for. I hope those videos, along with this one, will give you enough information to make an educated decision on whether Compass tires are a good choice for you. Okay, here we are. I tried to pick a good spot with good light. The sun's about to set. It's getting close to around 5 o'clock. Anyway, here is the 3,500 mile Compass tire. As you can see, I'm holding it. It's no longer on the bike. So I've taken it off, and we have finally replaced this tire with this new one. So what is this new one? This is a 35 millimeter tire. So I went over to the bike shop, and they did not have any 32 millimeter tires in stock. This is a Bon John Pass. But let me go ahead and just tell you my thoughts on this tire. So it did make it 3,500 miles. It could have gone further, but I'm going to be going on a bike trip real quick here, so I didn't want a tire that was going to be so old. So I'd made the call to go ahead and replace it. You know, it was obviously more prone to flats because it was getting thinner. But come on in here and take a look at this tread. It's still showing. You can still see a bit of the grooves. And this was a front tire, so obviously less load on it. The sidewall, I'm noticing also, as it's beginning to finally start to break down a little bit. I'm starting to see some of the, whatever this is, Kevlar fiber coming through. Obviously a little discoloration. But all in all, I think I can count 3 flat tires, and they were all towards the end of its life. So from like 3,000 miles onward. My review is, I do like them, and I'll talk more about who I think they're best suited for in a bit. This tire, this is 35 millimeter, and this is a 41 millimeter fender. So there was some doubt whether that was a good size tire for this fender, given that you should have, well, recommendation is to have 10 millimeters of oversize for fender to have proper clearance. But unfortunately, I need this tire right now, so I went ahead and got it. The only drawback right now is that because I'm using cantilever brakes and I have these really long mountain bike pads, the pad itself sort of bumps when you go to release it to take the tire off. The pad hits the inside of the fork blade, and it actually, because the tire's wider, won't fit between the pad and the tire won't fit, so you have to lower the air pressure to get it off. That's the only downside. The upside is that it's 3 millimeters wider, so it rolls a little smoother, and you can obviously run a little lower pressure. I'm running like 50 psi right now. I mean, you can probably see me squeezing or pressing it. So this thing rolls super smooth and super fast. So I'm really happy about that. My plan is to work out this brake condition and make these 35 millimeter size the new standard. And I think it'll work out just fine. Okay, I'm gonna give these tires a very good to excellent review. I need to qualify my rating by saying that Jan Heine is the brains behind Compass tires. He developed these tires for randonneering events. And randonneering is where you do incredibly long distance rides, but you're not doing pack trips or touring rides where you're carrying all of your gear. You're simply carrying the necessary items you need to be able to compete or complete an incredibly long distance ride. So with that in mind, these tires were built around comfort, number one, and low rolling resistance on a bike that is not actually that heavy, not packed and loaded down. So if you use these tires the way they were designed, I give them an excellent rating. There's really nothing else out there like them. Now, if you plan to use them for other purposes and kind of go out and sort of try them for other things, you may find that there are some issues. The sidewalls are very thin. So if you do ride a lot of off-road, especially in rocky conditions where there are sharp rocks, you could get some sidewall punctures more easily than a tire that has a thicker sidewall. So I have fully embraced the bigger is better philosophy, and I find that with a bigger tire, the chances of sidewall slashes are lower because you're able to use slightly lower air pressure, and that allows the tire to conform to sharp objects and uneven surfaces better. Now, who are these tires best suited for? That is a very difficult question to answer, but I will say if you're looking for a lightweight, fast rolling, and supple tire, these are definitely for you. Can you expect to have more flat tires than you would if you had, say, a touring tire that has a reinforced sidewall and tread? Of course, you're going to have more flats, but you're going to get the benefit of a faster rolling and lighter weight tire, more of a performance-oriented tire, and maybe what you could call a sport touring tire. Are these going to be suited for a heavily loaded touring bike? You would probably wear them out faster than you would with a highly reinforced heavy touring tire. Although I think for credit card touring and for general randonneering and lighter weight long distance rides, I think these tires are probably some of the best on the market. Again, I was not paid to give this review. The review I'm giving is an unbiased review. What's my background and why am I making this video? And what do I know about Compass tires? A little over a year and a half ago, I bought my very first Compass tire. In fact, it's right here on the back of this bike. This is my first Compass tire. Subsequent to this tire, I did purchase a set of 28 millimeter 700C tires that I used on a road bike. I raced them at the Grasshopper in 2016, and I used latex tubes. I did get 2 pinch flats on that race, and I ran the pressure way too low. I later put in normal butyl rubber tubes and had much better luck, but I have since then gone back to using Continental tires. I find that for that size tire, my preference is Continental. I've purchased a set of 38 millimeter tires that I used on here, and unfortunately, because of the fender clearance, I wasn't able to keep those on here. Although I really did like that tire size for this bike. It rolled faster on gravel, and it actually rolled very well on pavement as well. Then I got a set of 44 millimeter Snoqualmie Pass tires, which I used on my hardtail mountain bike, and just recently raced that bike at this year's Grasshopper, which was the 2018 Grasshopper, and I was very successful, no flat tires, and found that they rolled incredibly fast and were way more stable on the dirt and downhill sections than even the 38 millimeter tires. So I have fully embraced the bigger is better philosophy. For just about all riding conditions, bigger is better. Where it's not better, of course, is if you're racing a road race. Then you're not going to be getting an advantage there. But you will have a team car to follow you. And in that case, you don't need to worry about flat tires anyway. Let's summarize real quick. I've used 32 millimeter, 28 millimeter, 38 millimeter, 44 millimeter, and now a 35 millimeter Compass tire. And I feel that I have a pretty good sense of these tires and how well they function. And I still feel the same way. They are not a touring tire, but they are a fast rolling, supple tire. And I think they are on par with other fast performance folding tires. They're on par with Continental, but they're not as reinforced. So I think there's maybe a slightly higher probability of a flat tire with the smaller size Compass tires. Now when you jump into the 38s and the 42s and the 44s, because of the tire volume, I think your chances of flat tires begins to significantly reduce. So that's my review. I don't know if I'm going to be making any Compass tire review videos for quite some time. Check out the Compass website. Check out Jan Heine's blog. He talks extensively about wider tires and supple tires and lower air pressure. I think you could gain a whole lot from that and then learn how to apply that to the kind of riding you like to do. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to subscribe if you like these videos, and then I will continue to make them.